Sleeves are now an essential part of Magic the Gathering, whether you're a pro player at the Pro Tour or a casual kitchen table gamer. Sleeves provide many benefits, such as ease of shuffling, showing off your personality and style, but the most important basic function they provide is protection. But many Magic the Gathering players do wonder, how well will my sleeves protect my cards in a worst case scenario? Hi, I'm Jordan here from UKMtG, and today I'm going to be comparing some Ultra Pro deck protection sleeves against some Dragon Shield sleeves. Both kinds are easily and readily available at most local game stores. So scenario 1. Imagine that you have just got your final cards through for your new brew for F&M, and you have sleeved them up, and now you've gone to find your bag in your deck box. But then, disaster strikes. Your child or a young relative or sibling comes over and begins playing on top of the cards. Wow, kinda went to town on that. So let's begin by looking at the Ultra Pros. My, these got easily marked with nearly all the sleeves showing some signs of markings, with the pressure from the toys having transferred into the cards themselves, thus causing some damage. With this in mind, I'm going to give them a D-. However, now let's begin looking at the Dragon Shields. These in my opinion fared quite a bit better because I feel like they felt a bit thicker. With only a few of the sleeves showing marks from the pressure of the play, it had very little transfer to the cardboard also. So with this in mind, I am definitely giving them a C+, as there is definite room for improvement. For our second scenario, we are going to see how the sleeves handle an extreme environmental condition of cold. This test is going to be split into two parts, with some cards being frozen just in the sleeve in dry status, and the other ones are going to be sleeved and submerged. So here you see we are inspecting the cards that have not been submerged, and they've all come straight from the freezer and have all fared fairly well. There seems to be no marks at all, and the cards come out easily from the sleeves with no damage whatsoever. This is going to be a great comfort for those players who obviously live in colder climates and have a habit of leaving their decks out overnight.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Let's begin with the Ultra Pros. As you do see, the water did get into the sleeve, but removing the cards was relatively easy. However, being made of paper, the cards have become heavily damaged. Overall, the water tests, I would give these cards a recommendation of a D, as the cards dried are still recognisable, apart from obviously the obvious water damage. However, unfortunately we cannot say the same thing about the Dragon Shields. During the submersion test, the water has also penetrated the sleeve. However, the cold has somehow managed to attach itself to the inner side of the sleeve, thus making it much more difficult to remove the cards from the sleeve. This then results in more damage occurring on the cards, so I am going to have to give this a solid F+, and it's only a plus because you can still tell it's a magic card even with the damage. Warning, do not try the following test at home. Final test and scenario, we are going to subject the sleeved cards to an environmental condition of heat, or in this case, fire. So all the cards were sprayed with a propellant for the same amount of time, and the ignition source we are going to use is a set of matches. Now, as we see, the Ultra Pro, the propellant burns off quite quickly, and the plastic does warp on the sleeves, and some of the edges do get minor damage. However, overall, on the front and the back, this does not transfer to the card itself. As a result, I'm going to give the rating of a B, as the sleeves did not fully protect the cards and some damage did occur. However, the same cannot be said for Dragon Shields. Once ignited, it seems the sleeves began to fuel the flames due to the melting, and this obviously means the sleeves themselves become more distorted and warped, and this obviously does transfer to the cards itself. We did also note that some of the cards were unsleevable afterwards, thus resulting in them being stuck inside the sleeve. This is certainly a no-no, and I have obviously given them a grade of D-. So after doing these 3 simple tests, I can say overall between these 2 products that Ultra Pro has come out on top, and I'm giving them an overall rating of a C-. Whereas for Dragon Shields, I unfortunately am going to have to give them an overall score of D-. So for my final word, I have to say that I am disappointed actually in both Ultra Pro and Dragon Shield, as it seems to me that they have not considered their sleeves going through such a worst case scenario, so I would hope that they would see this video and look at improving their excellent products in future. I have been your host Jordan from UKMtG, signing off.